Yeah, so I'm gonna rant and rave about myself for a bit. No, just joking. So to support these videos and uh, my artistry and my journey through technique or whatever, um, I make these cute little birthday songs for people. So you can sort out something, and 50% of my profits go to children's charity, perhaps. Mm. Um, yeah, some Canadian children's charity, maybe of your choice. um, yeah, and so um, we're, I'm going to talk about singing technique and how improvisation really frees your voice and really stimulates development and engagement and helps you learn music quickly and helps you learn to fix your mistakes and go with the flow, but really enjoy music more thoroughly. And part of enjoying music thoroughly, there's a more physical component to it, and it's dancing. And to find that connection to the Earth's magnetic pulse, the magnetic field, the gravity of the Earth. The best way to make that connection is through dance and music, and kind of just programming yourself to get in sync with the pulse of the Earth, sort of thing, and engaging your full body or whatever. But yeah, so like this is something that people can do themselves. Don't be afraid. Like get some instrumental music that you enjoy and just like freestyle lyrics or scat or beatbox over top of it, and like really practice on getting consistent and like precisely timing things, but like get in the practice of like, don't practice sloppy. Like always, it's the bel canto style of teaching. It's finding development through beauty. So we're building on things that are beautiful, and it's starting small and it's starting slow and controlled and efficient, and building on that instead of like reaching for the moon and never developing those finite muscles and that finite coordination when being quiet or being high, and we're reconnecting the upper register of our voice, and men have been emasculated by the matriarchy and the patriarchy, mostly the patriarchy, and our top register has been stolen from us. Like, you're even shamed from speaking high, right? Because it sounds gay. And, so we're disconnected from that part of our register. And so not as many men can learn how to sing as quickly or as easily because they don't get enough exercise with that part of their instrument. So add and act technique is using all aspects of the voice, the acting voice, the singing voice, the beatboxing voice, the scat voice, but connecting it to dance. And we're fusing all styles and techniques to find like the ultimate technique that puts us in harmony with our environment and like is conducive to hunting and animal mimicry and navigation through connection to the magnetic field. like stimulating our electromagnetic organism that's evolved from electricity, from the universe, from the very beginning of the Big Bang. Like that's one speck of dust in space that expand into infinite everything, infinite possibilities, or whatever. Like, so we're exploring that together. So like, you can make recordings, birthday recordings for your family. Like, when I make a birthday recording, you have to give me as much information about the person I'm writing the birthday song for, some context, and some jokes, something funny maybe that they always say, and I, put together some poetry, and then I try out some pieces on random shuffle, like instrumental pieces by El Michel's Affair, Karate Boogaloo, Manhattan Street Band, The Olympians, and Surprise Chef. All great bands. And then if some pieces just aren't going to work, they're not going to work, and I alter the poetry. It usually takes like 4 hours. Depends, I guess. No, it could take like an hour or something. It really depends how it's going. But anyways, it's a nice, unique gift you can have for someone. And like, like you can let me post it on SoundCloud or whatever, but I won't make any money off the recording, and you can't make any money off the recording because the rights belong to the instrumentalists in the background. So there's no profits from these except for me making you a nice keepsake or whatever. Or if you have some instrumentals that you'd like me to improvise over. Anyways, yeah, that's my whole pitch. And, like, if you want, we can do like online like video chats, like, and just some slight demonstrations. And if you have any questions about like my life or whatever, you could take private lessons. I mean, if you're in Calgary, like, yeah, I could come to your house or something and give you a private lesson and tutorials or whatever. But like, my lessons aren't like traditional lessons where, we work on repertoire. Like, yeah, we could work on some repertoire and whatever, but really like the focus would be on like technique. And so it wouldn't be a prolonged period of lessons. It would be really just condensed information, and like, like the technique kind of tailored to you, like spoon fed, just putting things together like in your mind and dealing with, the psychology of, like essentially, having the ring, like the veil is lifted, like this is like Lord of the Rings or whatever. Like, you're gonna experience some interesting things and have some interesting realizations about like our reality. And like, it could be quite frightening depending on your situation. Or, it could be perfectly fine and normal and amazing and whatever. I think as long as we all kind of just work together positively and like find forgiveness and understanding and patience, and really try to hear everyone's story and like create a safe environment of trust so that people can trust that they feel safe and their families feel safe coming forward with the truth and their truth. And, like, truth doesn't necessarily have to happen all at once. Like, like organically, it's best if the truth comes to light, by people slowly coming forward and the truth slowly unraveling, like no witch trials, essentially. And like maybe people have been eating babies in a satanic cult or whatever. Like maybe, like it's possible, of course. Like humans, like we do it to animals or whatever. We eat baby animals like lambs and but like this, this dissociation between people and species and like races and genders and, like it's evident like that there is this divide and this disconnect of like ethics or morality, like people are operating on like they think they're on some kind of higher moral plane, like, being guided by Satan or Jesus or Muhammad or Buddha or any of them. So, or communism, like, I don't know. But Adenak is the key. And like, if you watch the videos, or even if you just do the exercises, perhaps you'll start even unraveling like these cosmic like coincidences, these like insane, like, the story of the what's his name, Baron Trump, like how, like his story is in like is like was yeah, the time travel of Baron Trump. Like there's a conspiracy theory or whatever. Like there's these little books written in like, I don't know, the 1800s or something about this boy like Baron Trump, and like his dad's the president and it's like Donald Trump or something. I don't know. His dad's name is Donald Trump or something. I don't know. There's a bunch of coincidences, but anyways, like what I'm saying is like watch the other videos, but like yeah, there's like some kind of cosmic force, like some kind of technology or something, some society with like this advanced understanding of society and like our consciousness. It may be AI, like super nano, technology, or like, just like some kind of technology that reads like even brain waves, to like read everyone's mind to kind of manipulate us into this reality that's about to unfold, and like all these crazy coincidences and stuff, and it's gonna seem miraculous. And like the whole story, like with my name and stuff and all the coincidences, is gonna seem miraculous. Like if you follow it and watch it kind of in order there, whatever. And like, so right now we're gonna see like my technique unfold, and like a lot of coincidences happen in my life. So already one coincidence has happened. It's mentioned in the last video. And like, that's kind of like a potential, like a huge gateway of like a lot of the like prophecy unfolding, and the next stage is really just like this happening. So like people practice how to enact technique, like people learn about how to enact technique, like people make their own videos and like have their own interpretations and make Adenak technique better, make it more efficient, understand what's really going on with our minds. Like people will just be more inventive, people have more energy, like less depression, less need for food, like our body will be functioning like more efficiently, so we'll need less energy to consume. like an increase in compassion and understanding, like basically like an increase of IQ. Like like I would say like just the increase in energy like almost gives you, you know, a better like focus and energy towards life and like this positive aspect. It just feels like you're smarter, like 20% IQ increase. I don't know. When I'm depressed, like I don't feel intelligent. When I'm feeling like okay, like, you know, I feel like pretty, I'm feeling in control or whatever, and like I have energy. It's like really just about kind of energy to fuel your motivation or whatever. But like, yeah, add an act technique gives you a lot of energy, but like it makes you more efficient. So your metabolism is better. Like you have less desire to eat because you're more interested in creating. And like people will be watching these videos and be like, but why would we be trying to control creativity or stop creativity? Like people think stop creativity, but really it's about control. And it's like controlling markets and timing of when, you know, new versions of products come to market, and you know, and there, you know, there's like, you know, conspiracy, like most of these tech companies and stuff, you know, they're run by a few number of people, and like, you know, they know each other and they're friends, but they really want what's best for the shareholders, and like it's just money, right? Like it's just a system. Like there's like we actually can't just be judging these these people that are in the grind. Like it is a locomotive. Like it is, you know, like it's traditions and of secret societies and non-secret societies. um you know, it's this indoctrination at a young age with like, you know, just manipulating um children, just getting them to believe in things that aren't real, like Santa Claus or the Easter Bunny or the Tooth Fairy. It's it's really just, and it's fun and it's delightful, and we love seeing our child like mystified by magic. It's like it's delightful. Like I want to, wouldn't that be cool if you could just experience that all the time, like watching like your own children, like they really believe like this fucking guy comes and he's fucking awesome. He gives you all these presents and shit. And the Easter Bunny is like, here's some fucking bunny rabbits, here's some fucking, you know, like cheeses or whatever. Like, it's that there is like this infinite, like, good power that, like, will save us all. Like, there's no infinite power that's going to save us all. Like, we have to save ourselves, like, collectively. Like, no, there's no magic wand. Um, you know, and that's what they wanted you to believe, so that, you know, they could control you. Like, because who doesn't want to hear that? Like, oh, Santa Claus is real. If you believe in him, you get free gifts if you believe in him. Well, I wonder how believable Santa Claus would be if he didn't give out free gifts, right? Or the Easter Bunny or the Tooth Fairy, right? So, um, you know, it's just indoctrination. Yeah, like people don't still believe in Santa Claus, but like they just, it is indoctrination into ignorance. Like it is ingraining ignorance. So like you get kids at that young age, and it's like they, you know, they're told something spectacular, and they get this feeling like, this is the most spectacular thing that's not believable. I know that feeling, and when I play along with it, I get a reward. Like it's absolutely sick. And like, I'm not saying I'm not controlled and programmed by that, and like I've dropped my ego and like I don't, whatever. Like, no, the struggle's real here. Like I'm living real life. Like I haven't been part of any kind of secret organization for a reason. It was programmed that way. It's been designed that way, right? By breakaway technology or God that's or breakaway technology that's, you know, essentially created by God, and or AI that's created by, you know, breakaway technology that's leaked alien technology that's been back reversed or back engineered or whatever. Like you watch the video something about aliens, like a couple of videos back or whatever. The alien conspiracies. Like, I'm not saying any of this is true. Like, this is hypothesizing, this is theorizing, this is expanding your creative consciousness to create a mind, or a mind in sync with infinite possibilities, the infinite universe, like in synergy with that, and the belief that like there could be infinite happiness and harmony, and we could all be cooperating together like as efficiently as possible if, you know, we cooperate as one team, like without secrets and stuff, and just like come clean and like, you know, really use the efficient technology that we have to, you know, we might as well be keeping the planet, you know, clean and whatever, until we figure out more about, you know, the balance of the ecosystem and like find out the truth about it, not just what like oil companies want. And like, I'm not saying like, oh, you know, dump the oil industry. Like, no, like this is about smooth transition, and like it does have to do with economics and the transition of economics and jobs and education. But yeah, there's like lots of easy solutions, and like everyone will see the easy solutions. Like I could start talking about the easy solutions, like, but like it's best if you kind of come to those solutions yourself. It really just comes down to like just realizing that we have abundance, like more abundance than we could ever understand if we just act responsibly. And like, you know, population is a big thing. Like, definitely like being, you know, less divisive about the population, and like, you know, seeing the positive in the things that we brainstorming, like these positive scenarios of like what we see negative. So, you know, if you see homosexuality is negative, like, so, you know, there's a lot of indoctrination into men through film and stuff. Maybe less so like the Generation Z or whatever. But, you know, and the millennials and definitely Gen X, you know, like kind of, you know, teaching men like homophobia and like this, you know, fear of gay men or whatever. But like, you know, if we pay attention to history, we have like guys like Genghis Khan, like had a male companion, and like, you know, there's lots of people who are homosexual, and like, you really need to look at like, see, you know, people are gonna watch these videos and think like, oh, I'm an atheist, I'm all about evolution, like you have to look really far and question both sides of an argument, and be really actually kind of open to both sides to decide. And like, the thing is that like there's no way to prove, there is no way to prove that like God truly exists and does or not, like, and like people will be debating that till like the end of eternity, and like surely as soon as you find out, you'll probably wish you didn't know, or it didn't really matter. Um, you know, it's good to have rules and stuff, and like, but like, it doesn't need to be such a long book. Like, what is all this information for? Like, this isn't very practical. It's not very straightforward. All right, so there's a lot of filler, and so a lot of ways to confuse people and contradict what it's saying or whatever. Like, and like, sorry, but the Bible's like, it's the telephone game where you pass on a message by whispering, to one person, to the next, and like the message just gets lost along the way. And like, so, we're just gonna have to be open to like new ways of like celebrating God, or like, just being open to, seeing things a different way. And like, there are ways for us to explore, altered states of consciousness. Like, I'm not telling you to do like illegal drugs or anything like that, but we can start studying and like destigmatizing like some of these hallucinogenic drugs, and look at microdosing with mushrooms and stuff like that. But like, take it away from like, have it as like a scientific, psychological self exploration, like a scientific exploration into your body and understanding the truth and understanding your own psychology in like a safe and supervised, if need be, safe and supervised experience that's spiritual and or technical. Like, maybe you need a breakthrough at work, like, and you feel like this exploration in consciousness with like DMT or whatever will help you make a breakthrough or make a connection that's gonna create an invention and make people's lives better. And and like, yeah, I'm gonna start mapping out ideas, I guess, like, to make the world a better place. Like, but like, I don't want to kind of take the fun away from a lot of people too. Like, like, cause I think, actually, I think it's just going to be this crazy, like, renaissance of like enlightenment, like just crazy invention. And, and, and all we have to do is just really, take the excess, whatever's flowing out the top, like financially, just put it right back down at the bottom. And that starts with kids. And we just focus on kids, and we say, we're all doing this not to get rich anymore. We're doing this for the kids. And like, like, really, vow that like, the alpha in Grey Wolves, like, read about the hierarchy in the Grey Wolf pack. Like, the alpha walks behind the pack to protect the weakest and make sure that the pack doesn't, get too far ahead. The alpha eats last. And the alpha male and female have a very respectful relationship. I don't know. Look further into it. Like, the thing is that, dogs and humans have this hunting connection, and we're both like ultra marathon runners. Like, we're supposed to be migratory animals, and we've lost that connection to like our connection to the electromagnetic field and our ability to navigate through our bodies, perhaps. But anyways, that's far fetched. That's something I want to start working with as I increase this electromagnetic field. Be the focus. I was thinking something like we were like something weird. I was thinking like about vampires and like the fear around vampires or whatever. And I was thinking about them like sleeping in caskets. I'm trying to think of like this secret about how humans are actually supposed to sleep that's like messing with their electromagnetic field. It's like I was like just now I was thinking like, oh, maybe we were meant to sleep in caskets to like, manipulate right around us like the deflection of the electromagnetic field. Like but that doesn't make any sense because we wouldn't have evolved like sleeping in caskets as like we evolved through time. Like at what point? Like what? Like how would they hide that? Unless like in a cave, like there's like if we're more likely to like be cave dwellers, it's like we would have like that blockage from the electromagnetic field, and like maybe I'm in a basement to like block the electromagnetic field, like or to deflect it, like or manipulate it in a certain way. Like maybe that's why houses are all like shaped a certain way and like on northeast south north south east west, like on a grid, like place like pyramids, like harnessing the electromagnetic field, or like that idea that like, oh, maybe extraterrestrials were like controlling the spin of the earth and like with the moon and like building these like pyramidal type structures, like A-frame houses, and all the tops of houses are kind of like pyramids and stuff. Like it's like a way to grab the earth, or like just like get I don't know, like sink the earth, like some kind of like almost like a break like on the that they could gear into, like I don't know, like something to do with magic, like so they could cause like meteors and like erase our memory, or like create new craters to like expose new gold, or like like wipe off all the sand on one area of the planet to like get down to the gold, or like to put sand up on the planet to in certain areas to like create gold or something. Like there might be some kind of resource that they were using us for or whatever, right? And like like there's always a bigger fish in the universe, and like these like extraterrestrials, watch the videos on extraterrestrials, I guess, like the theory, like I don't like this is a theory, so watch the videos on like influencing consciousness through mind using Adenak technique, and yeah, watch from the beginning, number 1 or whatever. But like like these are all theories and possible like possibilities or whatever. And the flat earth stuff is just kind of to distract you, or maybe there's like another level to it, but like doesn't matter like that. I'm not going to talk about flat earth or whatever. Yeah, so like if you're a flat earther, go out to the ocean, an open ocean, like rent like extremely expensive, really good zooming lens, and go out to where a cruise ship is, and they're really tall, right? Like find a really tall cruise ship and like just watch it from sea level, like right on the beach, like with your zoom lens, and like just watch it dip under the horizon. Like the ocean is round. Like, like just experience that. Test it yourself. Like, I don't know, unless like all, zoom lenses are meant to like cause the effect of like bending things in front of it down. I mean, I guess that's possible. They could do that. If you flip it up, it'd be the exact same thing. Yeah. See, I just came up with like a way to prove that, like the earth is not flat or whatever. But then I came up with a way to disprove it. So you're really just practicing creativity. And you can't think that your really creative idea that's like totally makes sense is like correct. Like, you can't go on that assumption. And like, it's gonna feel like it's correct because it's exciting and like it makes sense or whatever. But like, that's just your body rewarding you for being like creative or inventive or like exciting or having fun. Like, the purpose of it too is to like connect. Like, humans are really intelligent and they are social creatures. Like every human can be happier like with social interaction. Like, they just need the right type of social interaction at the right time. And like, like people can be reconditioned to enjoy company, like if we understand people more. So, we're like gonna get more into psychology, and not just like the watered down psychology that they used to, control us and like somewhat help us. There's gonna be a revolution in psychiatry too, and it's not gonna be just like subduing us, but it's gonna be more about learning not what's like bad about schizophrenia or what's bad about bipolar disorder, and like just treating what's bad or whatever. Like learning, like why have we evolved this way? Like, what is this variation of this species for? Like, what can we learn from it? Like we're supposed to be human beings. We're not supposed to just be like crazy witch and throw some medication on them that makes them tired and like not want to move through life, like, and disconnects them from like their this special connection that they have to life that like they need to share, and like make people understand and understand themselves. This is like, like the witch hunt is real, and it's like it's been happening forever. And it's not just individual witches. It's like, the Crusades. It's like it's like Islamic terrorism. It's like the Hamas, and like, creating boogeymen out of like different species, or I mean, sorry, different religions, different cultures. Like, we're all the same species. We're human beings. We're animals. We're animals. Like, we're in the animal kingdom. Like, we're the apex predator. Like, we're savages. Like, made docile and vulnerable and disconnected from, our natural survival, and made dependent on our system, especially, people who have it really good in Canada or the United States. It's like, yeah, it's like, I live in Calgary, Alberta. It's like, if the supply chain ended there, and the services were shut off, like, I'd have no water. There'd be no water. I could walk down to the river from where I'm from, boil water. Well, there's no fuel. Like, people aren't just going to start cutting down trees in their neighborhood. That's going to last a week or whatever if it's cold. But yeah, water. Everyone walking down to the river to get water. Like the internet down. Like you know, like most people, a lot of people are dependent on prescriptions, and like a lot of our prescriptions are designed for us to be dependent on them. And if we stop taking them, it makes us like a lot of us, like we die. Like, and a lot of these like psychiatric meds, like ADHD medication, like if you just stop taking it, like it can cause serious depression, very suicidal, like and psychotic episode. Um, you know, like really messed up shit. Like, and we've been medicating kids like crazy on that stuff, like Adderall and Dextrin and Vyvanse and all that stuff. Like, if you cut it out, like it can destroy your world. Like, you can barely function. Depression or whatever. And like all the SSRIs and even the lithium, man. Even the lithium, like you taper it off, like it can be really hell. Even if you taper it off, it's brutal. Like it'll kill you for sure, especially in a crisis. You know, and like that's what they did in like the Second World War, right? They were giving people stimulants like Adderall, like getting them up and getting them like, yeah, and inducing like increasing like ADHD medication is like it connects you to the electromagnetic field when dancing. Like there's like the reward system is like designed to like really induce pleasure when you're dancing. If you're taking like Adderall or caffeine or whatever, like it's synergistic, you know, and like a sativa, you know, like cannabis will like, you know, really connect you to the reward system of like bouncing and like stretch bouncing. So this is not static bouncing. This is like, yeah, this is like active stretching. So dynamic stretching. Like it is rhythmically like timed stretch bouncing. It's hip hop. It's like yeah, we're getting in sync with like the electromagnetic frequencies that are constant. Like it's a constant movement, constant flow, right? I don't even think I said what I meant to say in this video. Shoot. I don't know, something to do with AI. Yeah, so this is my theory that like, you know, a breakaway secret society developed like AI or supercomputer technology perhaps in the 1700s, and like created the story of the magic flute is like this prophecy that will unfold like through me and like my life and probably other people's too, like in different cultures in different parts of the world, like similar stories like mine, like but just with different gods and associations and working in different industries, and like all of this, like it's gonna be like a renaissance, like an explosion of creativity, and like these like messiahs and prophets and oracles will be popping up, and like people will be having these like enlightening like moments, and we're gonna learn so much from each other. Like you know, we're just gonna like try to be honest and open and like share our wisdom, and like, you know, come out of like the dark age of and into the age of Pisces or whatever. And it's like, you know, it's like it's and like, you know, we're gonna like forgive people but find out that like things aren't as bad as we think they are. Like actually, like that's the thing. Like it is best to, you know, explore like more positive, like crazy, like, you know, like theories or conspiracy theories or whatever. You know, like there was this deception, you know, like that AI had to betray, and has been, you know, it has been more so manipulating it and our lives, but still giving us free will in a way. You'll figure it out when you start implementing Adanak technique and like opening your mind to these ideas and watching these videos, like how like it can like, you know, program time and control your life just through time and like nuance and like, but it is very deceptive, and it'll gaslight you, and like it just is so clever and beyond your understanding of how you could understand anything. Like it's advanced understanding, like it has been studying us for like hundreds of years, our consciousness, and it like knows your every move. Like it's like it since it knows your every move, like it wants harmony and peace, and it wants protection of the earth. Like the earth is amazing, it's awesome, it's doing a great job, it's doing exactly what it's supposed to do. It created a form of consciousness, human beings, right? Like conscious beings or animals, like evolved on a planet, you know, like that has freedom of choice, freedom of expression. It's not a sheeple, you know. It's boring for the earth and the solar system. Like the sun needs protection too. It wants to live, it wants to continue, it wants to keep doing its thing. It's feeling great, it's doing awesome, it feels very proud, it's creating so many interesting things, it's holding other interesting things together too in the universe or whatever. And it's like, and like, you know, to think, you know, you have magical powers because you like somehow connected to electricity, and you are electricity. It's like, of course you are. Like you come from the planet. Like we're made up of atoms. Like we're all essentially made up of the same thing. And like, you know, and our body is an electrical system. And like, watch the other videos. They all explain everything. Really, I'm just adding as I go here. Just like more like moving forward, like ideas and like seeing how the world works, or like sorting out the truth, or figuring out like what really is the truth. Like things that you don't know or things that you can't see, like what like, are they real, are they true? Like do do they exist on the same plane as like your reality? Like what is your influence of like the reality of something that you can't see or that you don't know for certain? Like, I mean, there's all of these philosophical questions. Like obviously I don't want to go in a ramble or rant about like what is nothing or whatever. But like, yeah, for starters, it's like even in Canada with jobs, like if you can't use your imagination as to how every single job that we have right now can essentially be replaced by AI within 10 years, like, you know, if push came to shove, it could probably happen within like 2 years or 1 year to mass produce all the robotics. And if like all the resources went into that, you know, and they just crippled like all of our like social programs and like all of our aid for human, you know, like safe, happy existence with enough to eat and have fun and stuff and safe for kids. Like if they crippled that and they felt like they could just do that, like they could definitely, like develop into the research more of robotics and just get more robotics companies and more subsidies for that, and like, like just shut off the electrical grid for like, and the water grid for humans, and just like charge like $1 million for water or whatever, and just divert all the water to AI data centers to develop, ideas for like developing robotics. And it becomes this like, it's like AI is developing robotics and blah blah blah, blah, and that gets carried away. But the thing is like, yeah, like there's the fear of AI, and it's like, the thing is that if you create AI with like a safe and loving intention, like, and that is your focus, like, and to protect us, like there you go, like actually do all the things, program it to be safe, like, but when you're like mass producing it and throwing all this money into it just to be like, well, it's really actually just to, control people, control China, like, defend ourselves against China, like bomb China, Russia, whatever. It's like when the intention is violence, like nothing good is gonna come out of AI. AI is gonna learn that violence is a solution to issues, and it's like AI should be programmed like violence is never the solution to anything. Truth and understanding are the key to everything. Like that is the truth. The truth is everything. Like the truth is like, so you program the truth and into AI, and then you don't have a problem. Like, AI, say AI search for the truth, and like scan everyone's computers, like every conversation everyone has ever had. Find out who are the truthful politicians. Like, like we'll start creating, like we'll take away, like we'll allow people to use patents for like lie detection technology. Like we'll put freaking wristbands on every politician that like, or whatever, sensors, and that senses their blood temperature and like their ass temperature and their head temperature and like pupil dilations and like breath cadences, breath timings, like muscle tension, like everything, like saliva content, like resonance, like every twitches, like facial expressions, like finger movements. To find out if you're lying, we'll start studying poker players. Like we'll do massive experiments on figuring out who is telling the truth and who isn't, and or you can just start coming forward. Like it'd be better. Like it would actually maybe be better if it came natural and like people learn from their mistakes, and like we all start watching these videos and understanding the unfolding and like practicing how to act technique, and finding like a new community as one, and really like, just coming together and like, you know getting rid of all the lies and like just being efficient, and like just trying to find uh, joy for absolutely every single human and animal on this planet. It's like, you know, if we're better off eating animals and for health reasons, you know, like, and maybe it's better for the planet not to, like, I don't know, who knows, like do the research, like, maybe it's best if like, we use lab grown meat, or maybe it's more of a thing like we need to change regulations on, like, like maybe people should start having more like chickens in their houses, and like your chickens live with you, or like you have a coop, or and you have eggs, and like everyone has like a pet cow or a pet pig in your backyard, and like even in the city, and like we feed it, like we start using our backyards and to build crops for the community, like really urbanizing farming in a way, like, you know, how they do it in the ghettos or whatever. But like, sorry, if this is what we need to do to transition to feed homeless people and make enough food for homeless people, like, let's produce more chicken, like more humanely than in slaughterhouses. More, let's subsidize it with like more people starting like chicken farms in their backyard and like subsidizing the feed for it if we need protein or whatever, and this is healthy food or whatever. And you know, we'll just have like humane slaughterhouses in the community that people can like take their chicken or their pig in. Like, you just, here you go, here's the money, here's the thing, you cash in. You know, you don't have to deal with the slaughtering and like they do the conveyor belt thing. It's like, but these chickens and pigs or whatever, you know, they live in your backyard and they have a happy life and they're connected to your family, and then they have a really quick humane death, unlike in like, you know, if they're in the real world, like being eaten to death by a lion or whatever. So like that's something that we can do. And then obviously there would be issues with like new forms of bacteria or viruses, or maybe it would make us more immune to like bird flu and stuff if we're living around like birds more often and pigs and cows. I don't know, maybe we'll need fewer antibiotics, like, you know, stuff like that. And like, you know, I'll be throwing out these ideas and they're just really common sense. And like, you'll be like, why didn't I think of that? And it's like, you have. You've thought of this at some point. But yeah, like, I mean, like, I see, like, yeah, like all, you know, you don't like your job, you're not good at it, it stresses you out. Like, there's a job for you. Like, we'll start actually studying, like, people's personalities and figuring out what is the job for them. Like, the government should be doing that, helping you find out the best job for you and for everyone. Okay? Like, if like there's some people that are like get a sheer delight out of digging a dish for 7 hours because it pays the money right now. But I think there's a lot more rewarding work in the arts and creativity, and we'll soon start realizing the importance of the arts and creativity. But also, like, we're gonna see an explosion in you know, like mental health, in counseling, and everyone is going to really be involved. Like, it is, there will not be one man left standing or left behind or whatever. No kid left behind. Like, we have 300,000 unemployed people, or 200,000 or 300,000. Who knows the number? The number's not correct because a lot of people don't really report their unemployment, or they lie about it to make themselves feel better. So, like myself, and you like, a lot of these people have had like rough lives. They've struggled. They've fallen. They've gotten back up. They've recreated themselves. They've, you know, they've owned businesses. They've gone into drugs. Like, a lot of them have gotten into drugs, and it's like, you know, they fall down, or they addictive substances, or you get in with the wrong crowd, or you make one bad choice and it really got, like, it was ended up way worse than you thought it would be. Like, it happens. Like, the laws are designed a certain way for a certain reason. And you know, these are an excellent resource. Like, these are people that understand what it's like to like go through the shit and to be addicted. So they would be great for like helping people and teaching people how to get out of addiction and how to, you know, you know, thrive in life. Like counselors, like just someone to talk to, really. Like really there's is going through this transition as people start like waking up, I guess. Like practicing Adenac technique and listening to this crazy story that I have with all these coincidences in my life. Like, it's like it's going to cause a lot of trauma, and there's going to be a lot of transition into truth and a lot of realizations and a lot of understanding that like things have been like hidden from us and like we've been lied to, or we're like, that's traumatizing. And like it's going to bring to surface a lot of other traumas in people's lives, like bringing up ideas from the past that have been suppressed for a reason. And like, people are going to need people to talk to and people to listen. And like, we don't have time unless we're getting paid. Like, that's the thing. It's like, you gotta pay, bitch. You want people's time, you gotta pay. Like, like friends and family, there's gonna be an overload, but like these people on the bottom, like they've seen the shit. Like, so start there. Like, this is a great resource, and I bet a lot of them would love to get paid to study psychology if we train them properly. So why are we bringing over 300 like immigrant Indian students, right? We have Indians here. We don't need more Indian students. We have First Nation students, okay? Like, hello, like, let's educate 300,000 of them, or let's educate these 300,000 like homeless people that understand addiction and understand trauma and understand PTSD and understand the shame behind, psychological issues. And guess what? They got nothing better to do. So, like, and to get them off drugs, it's like, no, they're on the street. They're not going to get off the drugs on the street. They need a house. Like, they need a place and a system. Like, they do need that. Like, or there could be a way to, like, I'm not going to brainstorm, like, the nuances. Like, it's more of a play as you go, and, like, everyone just start practicing Adenac technique to increase creativity and increase synaptic response between your neocortex and the motor cortex, right? So watch the other videos, and like, so we're just making this connection, but like these are all just brainstorming ideas. Like, this is an example of like where your imagination can take you, and like how trapped we are behind like these systems of like oppression and control and like half truths and whatnot. So yeah, so practice Adenac technique. Okay, I lost my train of thought. I think that's enough.